How you doing, guys? Shiesty Nurse clocking in. So, as you may know, Friday came with very weepy, heavy hearts for Marjorie Taylor Greene. She has announced that she is resigning from her seat in Congress, and this comes as Donald Trump signs the release of the Epstein files. So, for those who don't really know what was going on prior to this announcement here, Marjorie Taylor Greene was one of the most prominent spearheading leaders when it comes to the release of the Epstein files. She's been very pro-populist in terms of working, having her she had a lot of populist stances on helping Americans, keeping Americans safe, getting, positive immigration. The list of things that she represents. She's literally was put in her seat by endorsement because she endorsed the Trump administration's message during the election, prior to him becoming president. He endorsed her and she won the seat. And I think it's Georgia's 3rd district, I believe. So the people in her district are basically flabbergasted. Everyone's upset about this. It's just really, it's a head scratcher for me because it was like this person, Marjorie Taylor Greene, was very adamant about the release of the Epstein's file, had a huge public crash out against President Donald Trump about what's going on. Donald Trump called her a traitor. Basically going back and forth with Donald Trump as it pertains to these Epstein files. She feels for the victims. She wants to fight for the victims. It's a head scratcher for me because you got what you wanted. He signed the bill. Congress voted and basically passed the bill. The president signed it. You got what you wanted, and then poof, you're gone. It's very weird to me. The whole thing stinks of corruption. It stinks of House of Card vibes. If you know the show, if you know, you know. It stinks of, what's in that files that possibly are attached to her. What are your thoughts below? I want to know what your thought. Why you think she basically up and left her seat? And this is a devastating blow for the Republicans. The Republicans now lose they still have a majority, but they lost a seat. There's going to be a special election to replace her. And they also now it's going to be a fight for that 3rd district where she held her seat. There's going to be a special election. She's set to leave Congress on January 5th, and she outlined her reasons here. I'm going to show you that they're right here. One of her biggest reasonings, she said that she doesn't want to have to go back and forth or fight against a Trump-backed opponent. She doesn't want to have all this public smearing, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's all lip service. I think it's all hogwash. I think there's something really deep that happened to her behind the scenes that she just after being so adamant and so vehement about the Epstein's files. You got what you wanted and then you just leave. Why is that? And if it truly is political, it's a shame because, you shouldn't be worried about what the president's who the president's going to back in a primary against you. You should just want to do and fight that fight. Politics is a fight for your district, fight for the people of your district, represent them. It shouldn't be a political thing. I mean, I think I would have more respect for her and the people in her district would have more respect for her if she just continued to fight that primary behind that Trump, whoever Trump's going to back to primary her or to get her out of there. Fight that good fight. And if you lose, then it goes out better than you go out better losing than like just walking away because you're scared. And essentially that's what she's saying. She outlines other reasons here. I'm going to leave it for you to read. But what are your thoughts? Do you think these reasons are bullshit? Do you think it's Trump? Do you think what are your feels and the thoughts below? I was devastated. I'm not a fan of her, but I'm a fan of people who stand on business, who stand for the right things, regardless of politics, race identity politics, or just who's paying you, the donors, etc. She's also been under fire for a lot of other things like her stocks and all of that. And I believe that, Trump calling her a traitor and people were actually like coming and, harming her family and antagonizing her. I think these are all scare tactics. And I don't know if she didn't know about politics. Politics are dirty. This is how things are. But I'm sad to see her go, only because I like the political competition. I liked the discourse that she was providing, and I like what she stood for some things. Not everything, but some things. She's definitely moved away from that, being a Trump lapdog, which is what I appreciate, or a patsy. I don't think we should have representatives of our districts, of our country, that are just gonna, pat, sign the bill kind of people. I think she was very good at, representing what the Constitution is and what we want as Americans. We want people to represent and resist when we see something wrong. And that's one of the things that she will go down for, is that she resisted and fought for those files to be released, got it, and then poof, she's out of here. So what are your thoughts below? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe on this YouTube page. I'm trying to grow my YouTube page. I'm just a shiesty nurse with a lot of shiesty opinions. So what are your thoughts? Comment below, like, share, and subscribe.